Hello, Twitch and or YouTube. Welcome to my final week of regular streaming for a while. I am very excited to there we go, to be doing work, but gotta warn you, this is my second to last regular stream for a little while. I'm going on a hiatus-ish because this is tiring and I want to focus more on deep work. But I'll be doing irregular streams with random other people over the year. So continue to, as they say, like and subscribe. The fact that I've started saying the phrase like and subscribe is a big part of why I am cutting out my regular Twitch streams. It's not who I want to be as a person. But all right, for this stream today, please do post comments, ask questions. Let's talk about things if they get confusing. I'm going to be working on the website for a new TypeScript meetup in the city of Boston, which is in the state of Massachusetts in the country of USA. It's starting up in a few months, and I'm excited to be the person leading it. So what is this build failure? Got a build complaint, contributors complaint. Oh yeah, I forgot to set these up last time. Anyway, here we go. I am making a new website for the Boston TS or TypeScript meetup. I'm going to do a lot of design work or implementation of UI work today because last time I mostly set up the text side of things. Boston TS website. So there you go. Some scratch text. Thank God that wasn't embarrassing. All right. I had started setting up like some kind of design system thing, and I remember now, this is in one of my previous streams. I was tired and didn't follow through with it. So you know what? I'm just gonna remove all that work. Because meh. That's too much soon. All right, so first things first, I'm noticing that on the web page, the GitHub repo, there's a link to this failing build, complaining cannot find module blah 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 /lib/index.js. So that's in build.yaml, and the reason this is happening is that I set this up from a template, and that template, create TypeScript app, includes in the build a node, whatever, index.js, just to make sure the thing works. But that's not necessary because this is a remix app, and I don't have build set up for it yet. Remove unnecessary build lib index.js call. All right. So that should fix that. I also need to set up the token. I have this action called all contributors auto action that automatically tries to, if possible, find missing like fix or bug report or whatever contributions from people, and it needs token access to be able to do that. So I'm just making a token off the screen so that I can plunk it in there, but I don't want y'all to see my tokens, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that in the settings elsewhere. In the meantime, if anyone has any questions, feel free to ask. Oh, and I should note I'm basing this website off of the Philly.js website that I designed and implemented mostly. It's a fun little website. This is an example of what we call brutalist design. It's not a great example, but it is an example. All right. Okay, so if we rerun, okay, build succeeded, and I'm gonna off screen, I added an, okay, I'm just confirming it's okay to share. Yep, I added an access token in repository secret. So if we rerun the job, looking for contributors. By the way, if anyone here is in Philly, I'm going to be talking next week with Joe Woods at the Philly.js Club about the Next.js. I'm going to be doing the styling part of it, the discussion. Joe is going to be talking about authentication. I don't know if Luis Estevez is here. Okay, yay! Contributors passed. Doesn't look like anything was detected. Just a whole bunch of existing dependency bump PRs, which are all failing because of that build issue. Isn't that lovely? Let's just have all of them. Rebase / retry. So I'm just going to click the rebase / retry button on all of them. Bum. So eventually Renovate Bot will pick up that I clicked that and hopefully rerun all those or rebase all those PRs. Looks like it has already started. Yep. Great. All right, Boston TS website. Let's get this sucker built. Let's see what happens. PNPM dev, where did I leave off? Oh yeah, that's where I left off. What a beautiful website. Truly a wonder to behold. Yeah, that's the design. That's what it looks like. Isn't it beautiful? Hang on, I'm just getting stuff up in the background. So I try to generally post things on social media. So let me just go ahead and sync these over. Boop. Get that there. All right. So website link here. Sparkles. Okay. Oh, that usage thing isn't right. Let me fix that. PNPM I, PNPM dev. There we go. And I'll get docs correct usage blurb in README. Because this is not a Node app you would, or Node package you'd install. It is a website that you would run. PNPM I, PNPM dev. All right. So what am I going to do now? I think I'm going to start by trying to get the basic layout. The way that I generally work for implementing a website is I try to get the biggest things implemented first, and then I slowly move inwards, getting more detailed as I go on. So last time I was working on this, I believe where I left off was I had some styling set up. I have the font loading in, and I have styles with just colors. Okay, so I just have the colors working. Great. For those who are confused as to what this root.css.ts is, it is a great library called Vanilla Extract that I'm using. It's kind of like what CSS modules would look like if you wrote them in TypeScript. It's basically what it is. It's nice and type safe. Yay. All right. So what I want to do first is emulate the Philly.js layout that I designed, which is that on big screens, the logo is, or the H1 is top right with the nav below it, and then the body to the left. But when you get to narrow screens, notice how the font is a responsive size. It becomes just a single column layout. Very basic stuff. Yeah. So to start, I'm going to see if I have a layout component. Yes, we do. Is it? Yeah, the layout component basically has no styles. But what's interesting is that we have the main, then we also have the footer. But I'm going to want to do like a grid layout here, I think, because in bigger screen sizes, it's main, header, footer, but like I'm going to include the h1 inside the main. So the way that I'm going to do that is I'm going to add a class name to the main that has display content, so that I can, like, display content basically means ignore this in the layout, use the children, even though semantically it might be part of the main. And in order to do that, I actually have to make a CSS file. Nicholas Wortman, hello, welcome. We were just talking about coffee on Twitter. How you doing? Thanks for coming on. And thank you. Yeah, I honestly, this design cracks me up. It's like the simplest, the most bare bones thing I've ever made, and it shocks me that no one has beaten me violently over it. Display content. Thanks. I don't know if you caught this earlier, but I'm stopping the regular streams after this week. I'm sorry. I like them. I do enjoy chatting with you, and I'm sad, but I just can't keep doing it. It takes some time. Okay, yeah. So style. How did I reference hero heading? Let's move this to the bottom, actually. Yeah, here we go. I did an import star as styles. Styles.main equals styles dot. Oops, that should be layout.css. Captain Kirk, I was just thinking about you. I think I was reviewing one of your pull requests. Is there a good way to bother me with questions after I'm no longer available on Twitch? Absolutely. On 4 different platforms, I'm very available. Discord, Blue Sky, Mastodon, my server is Fastodon, and Twitter. I don't think Blue Sky has DMs yet, and Mastodon DMs confuse me. But you can try them if you want. But Discord's probably the most common chat type thing, especially for TypeScript ESLint stuff. And yeah, we'll have to do virtual coffee. I'll be chugging the stuff you got me, Nicholas. It's good stuff. Oh yeah, also their website was really nice. What was it? It's in my oh dang it. What's the name of the coffee thing? I'm searching my Google Photos. I can never remember the names of things. Come on, Google. Come on. There. Here it is. This thing. So good. Bad Dog. Oddly Correct. That's right. Oddlycorrect.com. Shout out to Oddly Correct. Oh, you found it in the chat. Thank you. Great stuff. Great stuff. Styles dot layout. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna do export const layout equals style display grid. So what I'm doing here is I'm gonna set up a grid layout with these things, and I can never remember how grid works in CSS. So let me actually just check if Philly JS Club also does grid. I'm curious if I also. Oh wait, I put it in the header. That's so much simpler than what I was gonna do. I don't need display contents. I can just header it. Somehow I keep getting in my head that you have to put the H1 in the main. But I don't think that's been a thing. Let's just do that. Oops. Okay, so header, which is a hero heading. Header is the layout area or the semantic content area. Heading is like an H1, H2, and so on within one of your areas. Danny Guardio, Ella, Josh, hello. Hi. How's it going? Thanks for hanging out. I'm trying to read how many H's are those? 1, 2, 3, 4. A lot of H's. Okay. So how did I do this? So grid area. Oh right. I always forget. You can name areas in your grid, which I think is just a lovely feature. So I can do like main, header, footer. So I'm gonna multi-select grid area. Then I'm gonna copy and paste. Voila. Ooh. Automod, Danny, just I'll allow it to post. I'm just showing. Today was launch day. Smart detection. Allow. What was launch day? Ooh. Oh, RPC Anywhere. You launched. That's awesome. So cool. Where's the link? Boom. Congratulations. How do you feel? Let's switch this to dark mode so my eyes don't burn switching between two modes. All right, and then for the page grid, we have this stuff. Template areas, header, left footer. I think I can just put that in a string. Is that a... Okay, so that's the grid template right now, but if we expando, get it bigger, it becomes extra line right. Did I need to do named areas? Could I have just done cells in a grid? Why did I do it this way? And yay, I'm glad, Danny. My pleasure. Why did I do it this way? I'm so confused. Anyway, let's give this width 100%, height 100%. That didn't fix anything. Okay, what am I doing? CSS grid generator. Is this the thing I use? Yeah. Okay. 1, 2. Wait. 1, 2, 3. Please may I have some code. Okay. I honestly don't remember why I did it a fancy way. And thanks, yeah, Brutalist is what I was going for. All right, so for the main, it's 1, 1, 3, 2. For the header, it's 1, 2, 2, 3. And then for the footer, it's 2, 2, 3, 3. Does anyone know what these mean? I always forget what they mean. All right, so grid template. All right, what is it? Repeat 5 of them. Why are we repeating 5 times? I only need 3. Auto. Okay, so that's not what I wanted to have happen. What is happening with my grid? I am messing this up so hard right now. This is what happens when you don't read the CSS things that you need to work with. Okay, so here, grid template columns, grid template rows. I'm just going to say it's the columns. There are 2 of them. I just need auto and auto. And then the rows, I just need 2 of them. Auto, auto. Yeah. All right. Okay, here. That's what I'm looking for. There we go. But then for the row, yeah, the columns, the first one should be 100%. Nope. Fill? Fill's not a thing, is it? All right. Okay, and then the... And then I want the complete guide to grid from CSS Tricks to remember what the filling is. What is FR? Fraction. Okay. One fraction. What did I do for the width on Philly JS Club? Did I just hard code the width for this to be like a % or something? What did I do here? Width 50%. Okay. And then on... Oh, look at that bug. That's unfortunate. A little overlappy there. 50%. Does this work? Yep, that works. There we go. So I need to mess around with the paddings and stuff. So I'm going to do that. Where is it? Roots? No. I only have one actual. H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, H6. I hate having to do this. Margin 0, padding 0. One of these days I'll just start using like a normalized library, but I try to do as few of these as I can. All right. So this works somewhat. Couple things I need to do is, one, I need to make this responsive. And actually what I normally like to do with responsive layouts is do mobile first and then have them expand to cloud. Or sorry, expand to size. So vanilla extract style. How do you do responsive or media queries? Here we go. So what I want to do is at media, we do all these things. Oh wait, I have to have a screen and min width. Let's just use their defaults. PX. Very good. So now, yep. It only gets all responsey at the breakpoints of 768px. But notice how this is kind of hard coding. I don't like hard coding, so I'm gonna make a let's see. I'm gonna make a breakpoints medium, and it's just gonna be a string. I'm sure there's a better way to do this, but breakpoints dot medium. So now I can do index lookup breakpoints dot medium. There we go, and it should still work. Very good. Also, I want to use smaller font sizing for this. So I'm gonna, let's see, sizes hero. Instead of 10 rem for the font size, I'm gonna clamp it. So that's a nice little CSS thingy there. So now, as my screen goes bigger, oh yeah, look at that. Beautiful. Why is this not 100% height? Does body probably needs 100% height or something. Why is this not taking up height 100% width 100%? There we go. Oh dear lordy. Overflow overlay. I don't know what that was for. All right. Oh, thanks for hanging out, Nicholas. Cheers. I appreciate you. I would appreciate things more heartily right now if I wasn't confused as to why my CSS was overflowing. Right, so the body is overflow. Let's give it overflow hit and see what happens. Okay, so the body is what is overflowing. So why is my layout all poopy? Position absolute. Oops. Keep forgetting I'm not in CSS. Alright. Why is my body overflowing so much with the height? That's odd. With the height and the width. Oh, you know what it is? It's that TypeScript is too wide. So I'm gonna switch it to Boston TS. There we go. Oh, and I want it to be right aligned. So let's go to layout, and header is text align right. Text align right, come on. Hero heading should be text align right. So let's do that. Hero heading, styles dot hero heading. Let's call it font size, text align right. There we go. And yet, I have the padding. Or the scrolling. Why do I have this scrolling? Let's delete things until it goes away. Div layout. The whole body has... Why does body have margin 8px? Who added that? What crap? Margin 0. Padding 0. You know what? Let's add body HTML to the reset. There we go. Very nice. Voila! We have right-aligned text and no scroll bars. Hooray! Boston TS. Ugh, I don't like how it says TS though. I really would want it to say Boston TypeScript. So, ugh. So I think what I'm going to do is have it collapse. Is there like a CSS property that lets you collapse between lower to upper capitals, like for Camel or Pascal case? Only CSS. Nope. Notepad++. Yeah, I'll just put it in as separate words. So I'm going to do is title Boston. I'm going to have it pass in an array of words for the title to make it a string array, and then put the title here. And there we go. Boston TypeScript but I hate that. No, I'm just gonna call it Boston TS. Yuck. There we go. All right. I don't know what that little flash error was, but it's gone now. Okay. So and now I see that I'm in the raw HTML. It need the header. What the heck is this? Why is the header below the main? That's not right. The header should be above the main when we're in Collapso mode. So let's look at the layout styles. Let's make it display grid only here. All right, and then display flex by default, and then by default flex direction row. Nope, not row, column. That's not bad. Okay. And actually, I only want it to be text align right in the hero heading in my media breakpoints. Breakpoints dot medium text align right. There we go. There we go. So we have successfully positioned the H1 on our page, along with this silly little nav here. Oh, this little back friend, that needs to go in the header. There we go. You know what I'm seeing here? The header really should be right aligned in its own way, or right justified, or let's do that. Oh, you know what? I didn't even have style. That's why the text line didn't apply, because I didn't have the header. Oh, I wonder if that's why the grid wasn't working. That's cool. Wait, so if I just poop that out of there, that's so funny. All right, well, anyway, header with the style, and then now I want it to be display flex. Justify content rights. Flex direction column, because it's a column, not a row. All right. Oh, wait, hang on. Do I even need flex? Can I just do text line right now? That's really all I want. It's all just text. Yeah, look at that. Beautiful little dingus over there. Okay, so text line right doesn't even need to be in the hero heading anymore. Goodbye, media breakpoints. Beautiful. And then for the layout, this really only needs to be in the breakpoint. Yes. Oh, but the link. Oh, no, that's fine. Okay. Beautiful. All right, last thing I'm going to want to do here is put some padding around things. Now, in the Philly.js site, it's 0 4 rem for the grid gap and 2 rem padding around the page. I'm just going to try padding 2 rem for now. Oh! And we have padding. But that's because I need to do, because by default CSS is really annoying with padding and scrolling. It does include the padding as part of the box, so it's box sizing, what's it called? Border box. There we go. All right. Nice. And does this text transform? Let's do it. Hero heading. Let's give it a text transform uppercase. Really boldify Boston TS. Is that bold enough? Philly.js Club looks bolder to me. What font weight is this? Font weight title, which is 900. Font weights. Let's put it vars.weights.hero. And weights hero 900. Vars dot is weights. Why not? Is weights not a built-in thing? Create theme, weights. String. What is happening? Why isn't Vanilla Extract allowing this? Oh, you know what? It's probably, it needs to be a string, probably. There we go. Okay. And TSES types are not being updated. Okay. There we go. Look at that thing of beauty over here. Why is it off to the right, though? This new font weight is causing some horizontal overflow. Why is that? Why is that happening? Do I have some fancy schmancy property elsewhere so that the H1 doesn't have that? Is it like an overflow or something? Margin, some kind of margin thing? Margin block starts. What the hell is all that? Margin right, 0. Margin, see you soon. If anyone knows these CSS things, please help. I don't know why my thing isn't working. What if I did like an overflow or something? What the shit is... Oh! Okay. Reduce screen size and it's happy. Why is the end so far to the right? That's so confusing. What is happening? Oh, the space probably isn't enough for it. There's just not enough header space. Okay. Um, so let's make the layout clamp this size then. You know, let's just give it like 60% of the space. Something. There we go. I can adjust this later as needed. I'm also curious, what is the Philly JS Club breakpoint? It's about 1024px. Let's do that. See how that looks. Yeah, no, I like 768. Let's allow it to be all. Ooh, wait, yeah, no, that's not enough hello world space. 1024 it is. All right, so I think I'm happy. Excuse me. For now, I've got the H1, the hero heading part of the layout down. Boston TS Club. Should I call it Boston TS or Boston TS Club? I'm going to call it Boston TS for now, just to be a little more minimal, but I'll talk with the Philly JS Club people to see if we want to make this a pattern. You know what? Let's call it Boston TS Club. LOL. Where did I specify that? Here we go. I like how it's like a little more, you know, unified or unison, whatever. I'm already getting tired. I'm not streaming enough to be good, reliable at this. All right, so get hero heading, layout heading. There we go. Git push. First push of the stream for this. Good times. All right. What to do now? Well, I think this nav is a good thing to do next because it's purple. So I'm going to, first of all, links should, I don't like how links have a default style. So I'm just going to open the Philly JS Club website. What is the CSS reset that I did here? What was it? Root.css? Yeah. Here we go. So by default, anything that's a link or is visited has color resets I want to do, or initial. I don't want this to be, there we go. I don't want it to be like purple or whatever by default. I want it to be whatever I say it should be by default. Reset? Oh, inherit, that's what I want. There we go. So it's white. Awesome. So in the layout right now, we have the link component, which is directly imported from Remix Run/React. I'm going to want to do a footer. Let's call it, I'm going to want my own component. Let's call it a nav or anchor.tsx. Just going to copy and paste my hero heading. Anchor. So let's say that the props are basically the same as React.html attributes, React.html anchor, React.html anchor attributes. What is it? Anchor HTML attributes of HTML anchor element. There we go. That's my component props. And we have a link imported from React that takes in the same props. So like the class name and everything should be good to go. What is this complaining about? No undef in my ESLint. I was just looking at a Stack Overflow answer complaining about that. And we're complaining that 2. So I want href and then props. 2 equals href. But you know what? I'm going to omit this thing, the href. So I'm going to want my own props here. Anchor props extends this thing, and then we want to link to, so like a link to or something. So that instead of providing the href, you do have to provide a remix link props. Here we go. Oh, there we go. It's just link props. They have their own interface. Great. Link props. Love it. And then does props have a class name? It does. So if I wanted to, I could provide my own class, which I will. Class name equals CLSX props.class name. And then also styles.link. And in order to have styles.link, we would need to make an anchor. Anchor.css.ts. Let's copy what I did for, let's say, hero heading. Call this anchor. There we go. So now if I swap the anchor over, styles of anchor, swap the anchor over in layout to anchor instead of being the old link. Voila! I have a copy and paste of the H1 styles. Lovely. But we don't want that because that's ugly and horrible. We want our own dang styles. So instead of the hero font size, let's add in a well, whatever Philly.js does. I like this website too. So let's add in, what do we call this? Font size medium and font weight large. Okay. Where large is 700. Okay, so heroes 900, large is 700, and then the medium font weight, is it just the static one? Weight is, I said weight, I meant size. Font size medium is clamp of blah, blah, blah. Var font size large. But what I want to see for font size large, it's that it's this thing. Clamp of this stuff. Can you reference other properties in vanilla extracts? Variables. I thought did I not just, there we go. Oh. So I would want to do like a style thing. And I can compose these. You know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna use a 4 rem. 3 rem here. I don't want to have to learn how to do this right now. Okay, so this is still too big. So, all right, font medium and then weights dot large. There we go. That's better. That's better. But I'm going to want to, well, first of all, drink water, folks. Also, since it's been about 45 minutes, regular reminder, feel free to ask or chat or talk about whatever you want related to all these open source and TypeScript and dev things. Always happy to talk. I see this is a low attendance stream, so lurking is, of course, fine too. But all right, I wanted to, let's see, these should be right aligned, and there should be a little circle dingus between them. There we go. So let's right align the footer in the layout. Oh my gosh, look at this. The footer didn't have its styles either. None of these. Okay. So much like the header, the footer. Nope, that's main. Much like the header, the footer also has text line of right. There you go. I just have two things here, so let's see. Span class name equals styles dot dot. I'm just gonna make a little dot here, dot style. I'm gonna put these in. Yeah, I'm gonna put these in order of when they actually appear now. All right, so yeah, export const dot equals style margin 0 to rem. Background, let's just call it blue for now. Border radius 100%. Height 0.75 rem. Same with width. Just a little placeholder. Just to, you know, blue might be hard to see. Let's give it red. There you go. And display block so it actually shows up. Is block model. There it is. Inline block. Beautiful. Let's give it a width and height of 1 rem. Make it a little bigger. It could use a little less margin on each side. A little more. Close enough. Then on the bottom, half of the remainder. So there we go. And then background bars dot color dot foreground. There you go. Little big of a circle. I'm not a huge fan of that. I think I'd want it a little smaller. Yeah, let's make it back down to 0.75 rem. I think that math checks out. It's just too small. Let's call it 8.5 rem. Yeah, I like that. What padding on the bottom do I want? I think that looks all right. 0.45. Close enough. Also, I'm noticing that this is text transform uppercase. I don't think I wanted that, so I think I put the text transform uppercase. Aha, yeah, I don't need to copy paste that over. There you go. Very good, very good. All right. So this should be aligned to the bottom of the page. So let's do that now. So we have the layout, header, main, footer, display flex. Let's give the footer height 100%, display flex. So the footer should be pretty big now. Yep, there we go. Then was it justify? I always defaulted to guessing justify content. No, align items. Flex end. Oh my god! Ooh, lordy, look at that. All right, but then we have. Is this align? Oh, you know what? Display flex. Let's put it justify content flex end and then flex direction column. Don't love that. What went wrong here? Oh. Let's just do what I was doing before. There we go. All right, so it's just the dot is a little unhappy there, so Let's see, is the margin bottom not happy? Yes. Can I align self the dots? Align self. Baseline. Nope. I'll just give it a little more. Padding bottom. Margin bottom. There we go. Yep, that looks good. All right, look at this. It's really starting to come together. And then at bigger resolutions, we are going to want to also justify content flex end. Is that what it is? Yeah, okay. Beautiful. Look at this. Amazing. I've mastered flex and grid all in a day. Oh, the padding is off. See, the problem here is that I'm using rem for the margin bottom, but I wanted to make it relative to the font size. So I'm going to switch that to EM, in the hopes that the margin bottom will maintain consistency. Nope, it isn't. Right, so I don't like this. What I'm going to do instead is I think I want to play with, instead of having these things inside the footer be like an inline, maybe I can change them to some kind of display shenanigan. Does it look good up here? Oh, you know what? I'm just going to have the dot not show up. We don't even need the dot on non whatever. I don't want it to show up in small sizes. Display lock. With 100%. That's not what I wanted. What I wanted was the footer to have big old size. Okay, so this is good. This is progress. I want the footer to have a big size normally. That's not quite what I wanted. So display flex, direction. So on mobile or small viewports, it's column. There we go. Now we're cooking. Okay. Let's get this stuff out of here. There it is. All right. So, and then we want align, justify content flex end. Yeah. Here we go. So it flexes to the end. And then I do want a gap of like 0.5 rem, just to 0.25 rem, just to keep them a little separated. Very good. Does Philly.js remove the current page when you're in it? No, it underlines it. We can do that later. All right. Glorious. And on the bigger screen sizes, the dot is very unhappy here. We want to change the flex direction to row for the footer. Ah, there we go. Nice. And let's switch that margin back to rem. Nope. Why is it unhappy? Is it not enough? 1 rem? Okay, there we go. Close enough. Nice and centered. All right, look, now I'm happy. We got the about, we got the code of conduct. Look at that. Beautiful. All righty. And it's even accessible by default. Look at that. Love me an accessible by default website. What I don't love is that the industry standard for abbreviating code of conduct is COC, pronounced casually cock or coke. Anyway. All right, so layouts, footer, and anchor. Oops. Gotta get add all and get push. Oh, typo. All right. Zoinks. Well, now that that's done, let's move on to this backlink thingy here in the layouts. We have this little link 2, and you know what? We can just switch that over to Anchor. Yeah, the backlink. But the backlink in Philly.js Club, on the other hand, has an arrow component. And you know what? I'm just going to zoink out an arrow. That's not what I wanted to do. All right. So I don't need a variant just yet because I'm just doing one back arrow. So arrows CSS TS. Oh, you know what? I'm on a local branch of vanilla extract. That's why this is working great. Arrow.css.ts. So I just need the back one, which is a copy and pasta of here, for const arrow equals style. Lovely. And class name equals sex of styles.arrow, and then whatever class name is provided. Why is it complaining? Export const arrow, styles.arrow, arrow.c. I need to restart something. Okay. Fine. And I'm not using the arrow yet. Arrow. And then, you know, I'm just going to hard code the label for now because I don't need it. Aria label equals back. Nice. Do I remember it being thicker? Nope. This is close enough. Oh, there's a space there. Why is there a space there? That's silly. Ah, no. Ha. No space. That looks like how I wanted it to. Alrighty. So we have our nav arrow. You know, I'm going to switch it from Boston TS Club to just b.ts because the website isn't... the website isn't Boston TS or whatever. Okay. Let's call it... Oh my god, I keep forgetting. It's an index. Okay. B.ts? bs.ts? No, never mind. Ugh, naming is hard. All right, let's get the underlined state here for these friends. Why are these in Philly.js, or how are these in Philly.js? Underlined code of conduct, page created code of conduct, nav link. I don't know why they're saying reload document. Mr. Elian, you've had a busy day. How are you doing? I'm trying to figure out. I'm sorry. I'm not working in Astro. I'm doing Remix. To recap for anyone who wasn't there last time I was yelled at about this. reasonably yelled at. I love Astro. I'm friends with people on it, but Philly Jazz Club has a organizer who's on Remix, and also Remix is pretty great too. So I'm playing around with Remix for my meetup sites. Todd Libby, did y'all just get out of a thing or something? How's it going? Thanks for hanging out. What I'm trying to figure out is, how does the Philly JS site do wait. Yeah, how does the Philly JS site do selectors? Okay, so we have an anchor. So it's a footer link so that when it's active, you get text decoration underline. Got it. So in my anchor styles, I can do selectors. Oh yeah, Todd, I was gonna send you photos. Oh my god, I had a mixed time in. So I was visiting Boston last week, setting up actually. Fun fact, Boston TS, and every day the lobster roll was harder to acquire, but better. The first day, I actually couldn't find an actual lobster roll. I wasn't driving around, so I just got a sushi roll that had lobster. They called it a lobster roll. I realized how stupid that is for me to have done, and smart for them. Second day was just a good lobster roll. Third day was an even better lobster roll. It was like a nice fresh one. The fourth day out of 4, my friend took me to a restaurant that was supposed to have lobster rolls on the menu, but that day they were running low, so they, for specifically lunch, didn't have it. That was the one demand I made of the friend, just take me somewhere with lobster rolls. But on a recommendation from another friend, we went to this hole-in-the-wall place that had just, oh my god, the most amazing lobster rolls. Ridiculous. Truly wonderful. I'm going to get up the photos. It was, here we go, this place. I don't even remember the name of it. Fresh something maybe. Oh yeah, Alive and Kicking. Lobster's phenomenal. I'm gonna go through and post photos on Google reviews. Hole in the wall, random like fishing-y stuff hung up. The hole in the wall places are the places to go. This was their little booth of seafood. Little restroom porta potty next to the menu. Little flag. And this was, oh my god, this was the lobster roll. This is going on the Google reviews. It's so good, Todd. You have to go. Look at that shit. Oh my god. And that's the type I like. It's the cool, no celery. Oh my god. Look at this goddamn lobster roll. Look at that thing. Amazing. Also, Alien, I don't mind class name instead of class, but yeah, no, that is a nice thing. Yeah, it's, oh my god, that thing was amazing. We got 2 and I had 1.5. My friend didn't want to finish his. That's silly goose. Anyway, yeah, so Boston, let me, wait, so what I was trying to do is, when the thing is active, so when the link is active, give it the underline. Is that how Philly JS's links are made to be active? What's going on here? It's it's an active class name. And active. What is that? Aria current equals page. Class equals page grid footer link active. How is active being added? There we go. Wait, what? Am I looking? I think I'm looking at the wrong link. How is active added? What? Oh, you know what? I'm looking at the wrong thing. I'm looking at like a local branch or something. Oh my god, that's confusing. Okay. There we go. Reset to main. There we go. There we go. And nav link is a component. No. Swear to god, where does the active class come from? Is it just provided by Remix or something? What did you do, Ron? Is Ron here? Ron's a great person at Philly. Okay. Well, I guess it just comes from Remix. If I click. Nope. It doesn't come from Remix. Where does this come from? What the shiz? Page grid for the link. Reload document 2 equals. Nav link coming from Remix run React. What did this this PR highlight active footer link? What did they do? What did Ron do? Class name equals. So it's this reload document prop. Where do I find resources to write a good code of content? Great question. I don't know. Joe Woods, the lead person for Philly JS Club, wrote this one, and he got it from plone.org. So there. I will say for my repos, I use the contributor code of conduct. Here we go. The contributor covenant code of conduct, which is like a standard thing that got made popular on the internet a bit back. What about you? What do you/y'all do? You don't. Everyone just flames. No, I think a code of conduct, in my interpretation, is really just like a last resort. In most places it's used. Like, most of the time, people are fine. It's very rare you see violations, but when you do have a violation, oh my god, is it nice to have and important. But all right. Sure, yeah. It's also nice to not be the person who has to actively go out and mess with people. That's what I'm most worried about with Boston TS. I'm not too worried about like finding speakers or, you know, menus or whatever. It's the what happens if someone starts like spouting like Trump nationalism crap in the meetup, you know. Yeah. For context, by the way, Alien and I met at BEJS. Super nice people. Very well done. All right, so reload documents. Why are we using reload? I don't remember. Anyway, remix get current routes. Oh, you know what? I think it's because the way that we're deploying the site is like some static shenanigan. See you later, Todd. I'm glad we got to talk about the lobsters. I will send you pics at some point. All right. Yeah, I think it's that the site is being deployed as a static thing. But, you know, I'm just going to... What am I going to do? I'm just going to add it in. Investigate this later. I'm also annoyed that it doesn't have the nice... I'm just so confused. How did this get an active class? Where does active come from? In the Philly JS site. That's so confusing. Reload window. If I pm dev Philly JS in a different thing locally, am I like looking at different code still? Page grid footer link active. No. Page grid footer link. That's so confusing. Where does it come from? Oh my god, I'm using a different thing. It's navlink, not just link. So if I do anchor and switch to navlink, oh my god, is this the answer? This is the difference? Because the alternative is like using like a hook or something. There it is. Yep. There it is. All right. So now I can select on in CSS the ARIA current or the class. There we go. All right. And that right there. Are you about to say something friendly? Is why I like to ask. Yeah. Yeah. Can I just do this with vanilla extract. Nice. Nice. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. All right. Get add all. So let's layout header nav links. Yeah, it's a different optimization for scale, right? Like these platforms, Remix and Next.js, so they're optimized for like super dynamic apps, like storefront type stuff, which is not what I'm building. Yeah. I do like the nested layouts stuff. I'm glad the industry's catching on to how Remix has done things. There's a lot of good stuff in a lot of these frameworks, like Remix. Yeah, and I'm thinking what I'm going to do next. I think it's just the body text left, really, that I have to do. Yeah, so body text is kind of small. So let's give that friend a nicer body text. Font size, bars dot sizes dot medium. I'm gonna want it normal. Let's call it. Let's give it a little smaller. Actually, no, I'll just go with medium. Let's see what happens. That's too big, I think. Oh no, PhillyJS uses medium. I'm going to use medium. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for Elliot. Thank you so much for hanging out. I really like it every time you come over. So appreciate it. Appreciate you. Have fun in your meeting. Tell whoever it is I said hi. Bye. Boston TS. Hello. Oh my God. Wow. Why is this so wide? TWSS. How did this happen? Let's delete some paragraphs. Aha! The offending paragraph. So it's this thing. If I delete that paragraph, everything is fine. So there's like an overflow issue with this paragraph. What's the ellipses? Text wrap. No wrap. Pretty wrap. I shall revert on set. How do I get this thing to wrap nicely? Is this like an overflow kind of situation? Text wrap. Nope. Is it word break? Aha. There we go. Word break, break word. That's what I want. I want it to break on words. Okay. So if we go to main, should be in this style types, word break, break word. There it is. Nice. Okay, and now I don't love how like weirdly narrow this visual is. So let's see, what was the width of the layouts? I put it to 60%. Can I drop that down to 50 comfortably? Let's see what happens. I forget already. Yee. Boston TS Club, that's not happy. Let's just reduce the size of the hero a little bit. It's pretty ridiculous. It could be smaller. There we go. That's a little happier. Still ridiculous, but less so. All right, happy. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna want the header to have a max width in small breakpoints. Max width. Let's call it 50. You know what? It's not the width that I want. It's that I want to break. Yeah, let's do it like, yeah, I think 70 view width is fine. I want it to break there. 50? Okay. Yeah, no, what I really want basically is for it to break after Boston TS. So I guess I'm going back to making the title an array of strings. Title equals string array. Title.map. Text span text. Last name equals styles.noBreak. Styles, let's call it together. And let's make that together style. Word break, display, inline block, let's call it. So now, aha, here we go. We have span that stays together. But I want a space between each of them. So I'm going to do that and a space. But only on the first one. Or not on the last one. There you go. There you go. So now there's a space. Everyone's happy. Boston TS Club. Boston TS Club. Look at that. Beautiful. You know, I think I can actually keep the max size of the hero font at 15 rem, the way Philly.js is. Seems to be happy. All right. Go to title.map. Title, right, because I forgot to change all of them. So instead of about, let's call it string or string. Const titles equal array dot is array title. There we go. Here. Great. So now if we pass in a string, it still works. There we go. Oh, I think I remember why I'd done some funky stuff with the header. I wanted it to be fixed position. That's right. That's what it was. I wanted it to be fixed position so that when you scroll, it stays on the page. That's right. That's what I was doing all sorts of weird stuff for. All right. Well, I've been streaming for an hour and 20 minutes almost, hour 15, and it's 3:51 my time, and I want to go at 4. So I'm going to say that I'm not going to have time to do any big moving and shaking with the layout, but I can fill in the about page and stuff like that. So what did I do this time? I did what did I even change for this one? Oh yeah, so layout header title together. Okay, so what do we say for the home page? Oh yeah, I wanted to do next John. Yeah, that's the Philly slang for just thing or something. I'm also noticing I really need to put in a title. So how do you do titles in Remix? Remix title, meta, index, tsx. Do I have export const meta already? Meta function. Produces this. Okay. So under index, I'm gonna literally just copy and paste what they suggest, and let's see. Yep, there it is. Very nice. Boston TS Club. Oh, Boston TS Club. a meetup for JavaScript and TypeScript developers in the Boston, MA area. Very nice. And yep, there's the title. Memory usage over a third of a gig. That seems right. Added meta. And then if we go to about, we don't get meta. So let's add more meta. I'm actually going to make, is there like a, I already have a constants? I don't. So I need a constants file or some such. Let's call it constants ts export const title equals Boston TS Club. Export const description equals let's replace those out. There you go. So just nitpicking. I'm going to sort by property. All right. More meta. Call me Zuckerberg. Okay. So now on the about page, oh my god, I forgot to about TSX, I forgot to add it. And then the COC page. All right. Code of conduct around the title. And then about 2 pages, whatever. There we go, about Boston TS. And I'm going to need a logo at some point. I'll probably just end up doing the same thing as the Philly Jazz Club with the parody of the JavaScript logo. Okay. About code of conduct, Boston TS. Yeah, let's just replace Hello World. Index. Oh yeah, yeah. So Hello Worlds, a new meetup for. Let's actually just use the description for now. And then under about, description, thank you, Adblock. Boston TS about, what is Philly JS saying it's about? I'll just fill it in later. All right, so basic description usage. And you know what? That's the stream for today. This has been fun. Just surfacing for now. I have my last regular stream for a while on Thursday this week. Today's Tuesday, 10:30 a.m. EST. And then later that day, I actually have a stream with Brad Zacher, one of the TypeScript BSLN maintainers, which reminds me I need to tweet that. I'll do that soon. We're going to talk about typed linting and some cool stuff with working with other ecosystem partners. So that'll be fun. Let's find someone to raid. Got a few good options. I like going with the lowest count. So we're going to raid Jas WDR. But this has been fun. Thanks y'all for hanging out. And if you ever want to reach me, I'm on Discord and Twitter and Mastodon and Blue Sky and all sorts of places. But yeah, I look forward to, if any of y'all are in the Philly or Boston areas, seeing y'all soon. Meetups are a fun thing. Highly recommend. Bye, y'all.